Hey there! We're happy to have you for our Halloween broadcast. Everyone here at the Bison Information Network decided to have a little fun, and in the spirit of Halloween, we've decided to dress up and give you a show. Stay right there, as we've got more news yet to come. Welcome back. With the spirit of Halloween being vibrant and alive this time of year, you've probably considered dressing up for the holiday. Well, if that's the case, you're in luck. The English Graduate Organization, or EGO, will be hosting a costume party this Friday, October 27th at the Herd and Horns Sports Bar and Grill. This is EGO's second time hosting the event, and they're working to ensure it's an annual event that NDSU students can continue to look forward to. If you're interested in attending, you can RSVP from their event page on MyNDSU. The costume party will be held from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., so get out there and have some fun. For the gym rats out there looking to purchase a new lifting belt and test their mettle, there's a competition happening here at NDSU that could help you accomplish both. The Wallman Wellness Center is hosting a powerlifting meeting on November 5th featuring the big three lifts: the bench, squat, and deadlift. Everyone is welcome to register for the meet, and all experience levels are able to participate. Although that is the case, the event will only recognize 2 winners, one male and one female. The competitors won't be competing in relative weight classes. Rather, they'll take the totals of each of your lifts divided by your body weight and judge based on the resulting power index. With that being the case, everyone will be on the same playing field when judged. The champions of the meet will walk home with a brand spanking new Rogue lifting belt and the included bragging rights. The cost to register is $30 per competitor, and that includes a complimentary t-shirt. So go home, grab your chalk bags, and register online on the Wellness Center's website. There's some good news for NDSU students looking to live on campus next year. RA applications are open for submission. For those who haven't looked into it, NDSU incentivizes the RA positions here on campus with some very lucrative benefits that will help you stay on top of tuition costs. The perks for resident assistants include a 7-day meal plan, a scholarship that covers at minimum $9,000 towards housing costs for the year, as well as $50 in spending money to help cover your books. If any of that sounds like music to your ears, there are several informational meetings that will be held before the applications close on January 15th, so make sure to attend those. Coming up next, Henry will take it away with his new segment, Bison on the Street.
Hi, NDSU. I'm here at the Memorial Union asking people Halloween trivia. Come on, let's go. Hi, and what is your name?
My name's Emily.
All right, and what is your name?
Ella.
All right, and who am I here with?
Mesa. And Hannah.
Good.
All right, and I'm here with?
Aiden Pfeiffer.
All right, hello, Aiden. I'm going to be asking you some Halloween-themed trivia questions.
Hey.
To start off, who wrote the 1818 classic book, Frankenstein?
Henry Sibley.
No clue.
No idea.
I have no idea. Mary Shelley.
That is correct. All right, it is Mary Shelley.
I would not have gotten.
I don't know.
It was Mary Shelley. Which movie tops Rotten Tomatoes' list of the scariest horror movies ever?
Maybe Friday the 13th.
I don't know.
Green.
The Exorcist. Halloween.
It is The Exorcist. It is The Exorcist. You're right,
Yes.
The Exorcist. It's The Exorcist.
Exorcist.
What country is Transylvania located in, otherwise known as the home of Count Dracula?
Is it Romania?
I feel like it's somewhere in Europe, but I don't know. Romania?
That is correct. It is Romania. It is Romania. Good. And, finally, what historic weather event occurred on Halloween in 1991? Hint, think about where we are.
Blizzard.
It was the
Blizzard.
Tornado.
It's a blizzard.
Some big tornado.
No, it was the Halloween blizzard of 1991. Well, thank you so much, Ella.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Aiden. Thanks for playing.
problem.
Have a good night. Well, thank you guys so much for playing. Have a great rest of your day. Thank
You
so much.
too.
Thank you so much for playing and have a great day.
Thanks.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Just recently, a man was arrested in downtown Fargo after being charged with attempted murder. Officers were alerted to gunshots heard in the downtown area where they found a 28-year-old woman with gunshot wounds. She was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Suspect Kyle Ochoa has been arrested after being found around the area of incident. The scene, however, is still under investigation. The current report from police has shown that the two were merely acquaintances. The Fargo police has said there is no imminent danger to the public at this time. More to come on that story. Also relating to downtown Fargo, just recently a bar has been fined with a sum of $500 for providing alcohol to minors. District 64 has been fined after being charged with soliciting underage drinking, and the City Council has voted to uphold that fine. This means the City of Fargo is starting to crack down on fake IDs in the area. Fargo police are starting to move with local bars and alcohol services to find ways to better check IDs. And as technology advances, the ability to verify their authenticity is also improving. Even so, some fake IDs are very savvy and even pull up legal information when flagged by an ID scanner, so bars can't entirely throw physical checks out the window. Fargo police claim they need to start looking at ID scanners at every bar in the area to make sure they are up to code. With that being the case, college students can expect better security in the near future. The country is also on edge right now after the perpetrator of a recent mass shooting in Maine still remains at large. 18 people were gunned down by suspect Robert Card on Wednesday evening after he stormed both a bowling alley and a local bar and opened fire. 13 people were also injured in his attack. Since this tragedy, Card's family has come forward to give details on the long-documented history of the mental health treatment that Card has undergone, as well as his erratic behavior while training West Point cadets over the summer. At this point, Maine's police department is currently invested in a manhunt to find their suspect, with over 350 officers deployed in the search. More to come in the story next week. Next up, we have Rap God Eminem reporting on our sports, so you better stay tuned.
Founded in 1985, the Missouri Valley Football Conference has established a tradition of FCS football excellence. Competing at the highest level of NCAA Division I, student athletes at its 10 institutions demonstrate character, passion, and integrity as they grow as a student, an athlete, and a citizen. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where leaders are shaped and champions are forged.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. Become a big today.
At NDSU, we're going to teach you about how to work with people. We're going to teach you about relationships with people and how to manage those relationships successfully, whether that's at work, whether that's at home. We have majors in agricultural communication, strategic communication, journalism, and management communication. We have students who have graduated who are doing all kinds of different things, everything from marketing to writing content to development to career coaching. We also, of course, have people doing more traditional things like a news reporter or working for TV stations. The faculty members in our department advise undergraduate students. We think that it's important for faculty to develop relationships with our undergrads. We have an advisory board, and that consists of people in the community who are like local business people, and we try to make connections with those people so that literally we know the person that they should talk to about a job. You can't be in the world if you can't communicate. My recommendation is that you take some communication classes at the very least if you can. Even better, do a major in communication.
Oh, hey there. Welcome into the Bison Sports Report. My name is Eminem. You may know me as Rap God or the best in the game.
Starting with the football team, the Bison were in need of a game to reset and reestablish their brand of football after 2 tough losses in 3 weeks. Western Illinois gave them a perfect opportunity to do just that, as NEC would pour on a whopping 38 points in the first half. This game was all Bison's start, middle, and finish, as NEC would embarrass a winless Bulldogs team with a 52-7 beatdown in front of the Bison faithful. Some might remember how efficient the Bison's rushing attack was last year when they faced Western Illinois, and that trend certainly continued into this season as NEC stockpiled 425 rushing yards to go with 6 touchdowns on the day. The defense also got in on the fun, racking up 6 sacks and an interception in what would have been a shutout performance had they not eased up at the end. It was TK Marshall's day to shine as the back scored 3 times on only 6 carries. And Barika Kapinu also found the end zone with great success, scoring twice on 9 carries for 94 yards. And Logan Kopp led the defensive charge with 5 tackles, a sack, and an interception. The Bison will face another easy opponent this next week before their vaunted SDSU game, but if this season has shown anything, it's that you can never overlook a team. That team will be a Murray State program looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. The game will be hosted in the Fargo Dome once again this Saturday, with kickoff at 2:30. You can also tune in on ESPN Plus or the Bison Sports Network. And with fall coming to an end, that means that basketball season is officially underway. It will be a while before the Bison see their first conference action of the young season, but the early schedule always gives us fans a great chance to see what the team is capable of. Some players to keep an eye on this season are the Jamestown native Bowden Skunberg, junior guard Jakari White, and the big man Andrew Morgan. The Bison will kick off their season in an exhibition game against St. Olaf, and they will play host this Friday at 7 p.m. That game can be listened to on Bison 1660. Moving on to the volleyball team, who will have a chance to relax a little after closing up their big 4-game stretch this past Saturday. The Bison started that stretch 1-1 with hopes to move that to 3-1. Starting on Thursday in a Packet Pink game, the Bison hosted a 3-16 Oral Roberts team that was struggling to put it together, and they offered no help, stomping the Golden Eagles in a 3-0 shutout, taking the first and second sets by 7 and 12 points respectively. This was as dominant as a volleyball game gets, with NECU not only leading in all stat categories, but by doubling kills, assists, and almost digs. It was the freshman leading the way as Lauren Jansen recorded 14 kills and 5 digs. Allie Hinsey dominated once again with 11 kills and 13 digs, and Alexis Bowling supported the win with 7 kills, 2 digs, and 2 blocks. Following up the statement performance, they would host Denver Saturday morning in what would be a gritty and demanding nail-biter. The Bison would prevail with a 3-0 win, despite not taking any of the sets by more than 3 points. This win gives the Bison a 3-game streak where they have not lost a set, something they have not accomplished all season. Lauren Jansen dominated the court once again with 12 kills and 2 blocks. Allie Hinsey was everywhere once again with her 11 kills, 10 digs, and 5 assists, and Kelly Johnson added 5 kills, 32 assists, and 8 digs to the blowout performance. After their strongest stretch of the season, the Bison will be back on the road as they head out to take on Kansas City tonight at 7 p.m., and you can tune into that game on the Summit League Network. The soccer team closed out its season this past Thursday, playing its final game in front of a home crowd against Denver, in what was definitely an emotional game, as for several would be their last time ever putting on the green and the gold. It was a must-win game for the Bison. It was a back-and-forth match as both teams were deadlocked, trying to break through for the lead, until in the 69th minute when senior Paige goalie scored to put the Bison ahead. They would cling to that lead, closing out an up-and-down season with a send-off win. Paige goalie ended her Bison career on a high note with 2 shots on goal and the lone score of the match. And Abby Wilkinson finished off her strong senior season with yet another shutout performance with 5 saves on the day. To all the seniors who played their last game, thank you for a great season and best of luck with wherever your future takes you. Both cross-country teams were inactive this past week as they practiced for the Summit League Championships. This will not be their last meet, however, as both teams could still compete in the NCAA Midwest Regional. The Summit League Championship meet will be held this Saturday at 11 a.m. in Brookings, South Dakota. Best of luck to both teams this weekend. Just like cross-country, the men's golf team had the week off as they gear up for their final invitational of the fall. The team is still looking for a first-place finish, despite never finishing outside of the top 5 all season. They will get their chance this weekend as they compete in the Monterrey International Intercollegiate down in Mexico, and that meet will be held this Friday and Saturday. Well, that's all the Real Slim Shady has for your sports report this week. Henry, I've been hearing it's going to get cold out soon. Does that mean I have to break out my awfully hot coffee pot this weekend?
Hi, Logan. Right now, it is really cold out and really rainy. We have a temperature of 31 degrees and a dew point of 36 degrees. Humidity was 86% today. That's why it was super wet all day. With winds coming from the north at 20 miles an hour with gusts up to 30. Going to our hour by hour, it's going to be overcast, pretty much the same until around 6 in the morning, and it's just going to get colder from there. Going to our skycast, we had a total of 10 hours and 20 minutes with a sunrise at 8 in the morning and a sunset at 6:20 tonight. Going to our mooncast, we have a waxing gibbous right now. We're expecting our full moon on the 28th, this Saturday. Going to today's almanac. We have a high of 42 today and a low of 37. Average temps on this day in the past were a high of 58 and a low of 37. And record temps is a high of 84 in 1956 and a low of 13 in 1919. Going to today's weather, it is getting cold, NDSU, with 36 right now. And all up in this corner of the country getting into that really cold weather, the 30s, the 40s, the 20s, and even the 10s in Montana. When all the rest of the country is experiencing some pretty warm weather, 80s, 60s, 50s. Going to our snowcast, I'm really sorry to say, NDSU, but we're expecting our first snowfall of the year in the next 48 hours. You can see here that we're expecting at least a foot of snow to 3 feet of snow within the coming days. So we better get ready for that, NDSU. Going to our 7-day forecast, it is going to be pretty cold with temperatures in 35 and 30 and 23, with Saturday and Sunday dipping down to 19 and 13. Moving on to our the rest of our 5-day forecast, we're expecting pretty cold temperatures across the board with a 22 degrees on Halloween with a low of 14. So you better start thinking about bundling up. Well, anyways, that's all I got for my news report. And if you excuse me, I gotta go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Thank you, Henry. Well, after hearing that weather report, I think the only thing that could bring me some joy right now is my mom's spaghetti. Thank you for tuning in this week to a special Halloween episode. This is your favorite rap god signing off, and we will see you all next week. I gotta go practice some bars right now.